In the midst of a bustling London day, when the crowd expected nothing more than a few photo ops with the royal guards, one American woman took a wild risk. She ripped the medal right off the chest of a stoic officer. Shock and outrage spread instantly, and in that moment, it felt as if the whole world had come to a standstill, all eyes fixed on her audacious challenge to tradition. But when karma struck back, the fallout turned out to be far more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. What the heck happened next? Let's start from the beginning. A warm Saturday sun lit up the plaza outside the royal palace, drawing tourists eager to capture London's historic charm. Ashley, an American visiting for the first time, was among them, though her expression showed anything but the usual wide-eyed wonder. She kept fiddling with her phone, half listening to two friends squabble behind her. Deep down, she felt an odd restlessness, like she was itching for something more exciting than the predictable palace photos everyone else was taking. When she spotted Oliver, a palace guard standing ramrod straight by the gate, her gaze zeroed in on him. The uniform, the discipline, it all screamed untouchable tradition. Maybe that was exactly what triggered Ashley's next move. She eyed the glinting medal on Oliver's chest and felt a dare rise inside her. With a sudden surge of boldness, Ashley walked right up to him. She could almost sense people around her slow down, watching to see if she'd just take a selfie or do something silly. Instead, she reached out, swift and deliberate, and grabbed the medal's clip. An almost imperceptible snap cut through the chatter, and the crowd's amusement turned into stunned silence. Cameras stopped mid-snap. A few gasps rippled through the onlookers as Ashley clutched the medal, half smirking at Oliver. In that split second, everything felt amplified. The tension, the shock, the collective, "Did she really just do that?" Ashley, caught between adrenaline and the weight of 100 shocked eyes, froze. She could see Oliver's steady stare beneath his bearskin hat, calm on the surface but intense enough to make her wonder if she'd gone too far. Around them, the crowd hovered in a limbo of disbelief. No one knew if the guard would break protocol or if palace security would come storming in. Ashley had crossed a line, she felt it, and for a fleeting moment, she seemed unsure whether to toss the medal back, apologize, or brazen it out. The entire scene teetered on the edge, waiting to see what punishment might follow this reckless stunt. A few seconds later, a wave of outrage rippled through the crowd. People began whispering and shooting Ashley contemptuous looks. Seeing someone bold enough to rip a medal off a royal guard wasn't just unsettling. Most considered it a slap in the face to the very honor and traditions they'd come to see and respect. In their eyes, Ashley instantly became the personification of arrogance and a no-boundaries attitude. She stood there, trying to project a defiant stance, even casting haughty glances at Oliver as if to show she didn't care about anybody's disapproval. Deep down, though, her heart was pounding faster than normal, her hands clenched, and a dull ringing filled her ears. She realized, though maybe not fully, that she'd stepped over a dangerous line. But her need to stand out was too strong, so she held her ground, hoping she could somehow twist the situation to her advantage or walk away unscathed. Oliver, despite his disciplined training, couldn't completely hide his growing frustration. Protocol demanded he remain stoic, but just a moment earlier, someone had grabbed his badge right off his uniform. Maintaining his upright posture, he warned Ashley in a firm, resonant voice to back away. All he got in return was a mocking laugh, which sounded like pure defiance of the guard's code. Without hesitating, Oliver took one precise step forward, forcing Ashley back and knocking her off balance. The onlookers collectively held their breath as more palace staff approached the scene. Something inside Ashley snapped. An intense rush of fear and shame flooded her, crushing her former cockiness. Several people had already whipped out their phones to film, and the disapproving buzz grew louder. For the first time, Ashley realized this had escalated far beyond some silly stunt. and she no longer had a clue how to save face and get out of the mess she'd created. When additional security arrived, Ashley lost all sense of control over the situation. She found herself practically shouting apologies, trying to be heard over the angry murmurs, and finally returned Oliver's medal. Instead of the relief she'd hoped for, she was met with public humiliation, escorted off palace grounds before a crowd of onlookers. Many people watched her departure with a grim kind of satisfaction. They'd witnessed a brazen act being held in check. Some even clapped. A few caught everything on video, and you could hear murmurs of "serves her right." Gradually, the tension subsided, leaving a faint sense of closure in its wake. Meanwhile, Ashley, now outside the palace gates, realized she had turned a supposedly memorable trip into a spectacle of disrespect. It became a harsh lesson. There's a limit to impunity, and once it's crossed, it can come crashing down, fast.